Hello and welcome to Elecspo, and it's time to talk about Paul Pogba. The French midfielder has been linked with a Manchester United exit this summer, with Pogba seemingly unwilling to sign a new deal at Old Trafford. But where will he go? Well, it's time for the most ridiculous rumour of the summer, as claims in France state that Mino Raiola, Pogba's lovely agent, has offered him to Liverpool. Yes, Manchester United's biggest rivals, Liverpool. There's absolutely no way this deal's going to happen, but that's not going to stop me simulating it. I mean, the other day I did a video about the Malaysian Super League, for Christ's sake. This channel knows no bounds. So on July 1st, 2021, Pogba will join Liverpool on a 4-year deal for £50 million. Will the mercurial midfielder thrive at Anfield, or will his Manchester United past ruin his time at his new club? Let's find out. Okay, here we are at the start of the simulation, the 31st of May 2021. And as you can see, Paul Pogba is on his way out. He is joining Liverpool for £50 million in a month and a day. He will be swapping the divide. He will be going from Old Trafford to Anfield, Man United to Liverpool, in a deal that, this is just quite frankly ridiculous. Players never swap Liverpool to Man United and vice versa. Michael Owen did it and he got absolutely hammered for it. No class, Michael, no class. But we're here to talk about Paul Pogba. How will he get on at Anfield? Will he be a Liverpool star in that midfield alongside Fabinho, alongside Henderson, Thiago? They've got some great midfielders, and Pogba's great too. How will he get on? Let's go a month or so into the future just to prove he's a Liverpool player, see how he feels, and then we'll see how his first season goes. Okay, here we are a month or so into the future, the 2nd of July 2021, and Paul Pogba is the Liverpool number 16. He signed a 4-year deal on £250,000 a week. He's a star player valued at £62 million, and he's pleased to have joined Liverpool. But in the long term, he's got a preference to play for Real Madrid, so it's good to see you've got your priorities elsewhere. Favourite clubs, still Man United, so that might be a little bit of an issue. I can't really see the Liverpool fans being too happy about Paul Pogba. But if he performs well, perhaps they'll get over it. Let's simulate a year into the future. Let's see how Paul Pogba gets on in his first year at Liverpool. Okay, here we are, the 12th of June 2022, and Paul Pogba's Liverpool have came third, interestingly, behind Manchester United. With Pogba no longer at Old Trafford, the Red Devils have finished 2 points clear of Liverpool. That'll have been an absolute nightmare. Pogba will have been absolutely devastating. He'll be dabbing tears? Doing dabs and crying? Does Pogba still dab? Or is that just a 2018 thing? Was it even 2018? Anyway, let's have a little look at Liverpool, and for all they didn't win the Premier League, Paul Pogba is a Champions League winner. They won the Champions League final, beating PSG 2-0 in St. Petersburg, and Pogba had a great game in the final, a 7.6 rating, did get himself a booking, but that's fine. Paul Pogba is finally a Champions League winner, and in the semi-final they beat Man United. It was a canny run actually. The quarterfinals they beat Man City. Pogba didn't feature in the first leg, did well in the second leg, and then in the semis against Man United, Pogba came off injured, didn't really do very much in the first leg, and in the second leg he was distinctly average, but he got them into the final, and Paul Pogba has a Champions League winner's medal. How did the other games go against Man United, just out of interest? Did Pogba play? Did he do well? The first game was a 4-2 win at Anfield. Paul Pogba, another solid performance, 7.2 in the middle of the park. In the return fixture at Old Trafford, it was a 1-0 defeat, and in a game that Paul Pogba didn't feature in. Let's have a look at how he's got on overall. It's been a good season, but he hasn't been one of Liverpool's best players. He made 31 starts, 4 appearances off the bench, 6 goals, 8 assists, some good tallies. Compared to the likes of Firmino, Mane and Salah, the numbers are barely comparable. They're forwards, so it doesn't make a difference. Paul Pogba, 7.3 average rating, 0.45 shy of the best player at the club, Virgil van Dijk. But to be fair to Paul Pogba, he has had a solid first season. It feels Roberto Firmino is one of the vital players at the club. 2 Premier League goals, 4 assists, 7.2, 20 Premier League appearances. Only 16 starts, so it's not massive. He hasn't played much, but he has. A hip injury ruled him out for 2 months, which has severely dented his first season at Anfield. Paul Pogba always seems to have big injury problems. This time it was a hip injury, which he received in training, which ruled him out. But when he has played very well in the middle of the park, alongside some big names. I mean, Gini Wijnaldum's still there, even though he's gone to PSG in reality, so just kind of ignore that. It looks like he's taken Naby Keita's place, because Naby Keita's barely played at all. Thiago's another one who suffered. Thiago's on the transfer list. £25 million deemed surplus to requirements, only made 4 appearances in total. I mean, a lot of debate when Thiago arrived, who's better, Pogba or Thiago. Based on this, it's clearly Paul Pogba, because Thiago can't get a kick. But after Pogba's first season, he's a Champions League winner. He missed 2 months due to injury, but when he's played, he's been pretty damn good. How will things go in year 2? Can he get that Premier League medal that he still craves? Let's find out. Okay, here we are, year 2, and Liverpool are Premier League champions. Paul Pogba, for the first time in his career, has got a Premier League winners medal. They were 5 points clear of Man City, they were 12 points clear of Manchester United, and Paul Pogba has done it. Let's have a little look. Where is the man? Christ, they've also signed Cristiano Ronaldo. It's no wonder they won the Premier League. Where is Paul Pogba? I can't see him for looking. Christ, I've had to scroll down a fair bit. An average rating of 7.02. That's not great. He's played 39 games in all competitions. Compare that to Van Dijk, who seems to have played every game. He's played 52 times. Sadio Mane, 56 appearances in total. Paul Pogba not played as much. Average rating is distinctly average. Let's check him out. He's now the number 6, his favoured number. In the Premier League, 7.12. He played 27 times in the Premier League, which was more than last season. He started a lot more games as well, making 25 starts. Has he won any more trophies? Let's have a look. Just the Premier League. But I mean, after 2 years at Liverpool, he's a Champions League winner and he's a Premier League winner. He's still on the same contract, 250 grand a week, until 2025. Let's have a little look at his plans. He's on holiday, that's nice, and he's still got a preference to play for Real Madrid. Favourite clubs are still Man United, which is an issue, but he likes Jurgen Klopp, and I'm sure he likes you too, Paul. Can we find that out? He doesn't. He doesn't like Paul Pogba, but then again, I mean, there's no Liverpool players on here. Maybe Jurgen Klopp just likes to keep his players at a distance. Maybe all the hugging's just a facade. I mean, it's not. He seems like a lovely bloke who you'd like to go for a beer with. As for Paul Pogba, would I like to go for a beer with Paul Pogba? I don't know. Maybe it's a vodka. I don't know. I don't really want to go out for a vodka with Paul Pogba. I don't want to go out for a vodka with anyone. Anyway, Season 2, Paul Pogba is a Premier League winner. Overall, his performances have dipped down to 7.02 compared to 7.3 in the first season. But he's played a little bit more football. He's not doing badly, but he's not doing like world class levels of good. I mean, if you look at the rankings for the Liverpool players, there are so many players above him, including Cristiano Ronaldo and Martin Odegaard. This is a star-studded Liverpool team, and it's no wonder they won the Premier League. Let's go into Season 3. Can things kick on for Paul Pogba? He's had 2 solid years, but it looks like he's starting to be overshadowed by bigger names. Let's go into Season 3, let's see what happens. Right, here we are at the end of Season 3, and Liverpool have defended their Premier League crown. And if you thought the team was star-studded enough as it is, they've also added Erling Haaland, who scored 27 Premier League goals. They've also had a couple of games in neutral venues, which would suggest there's been cup finals. Cristiano Ronaldo, now the captain, a former Man United player. I mean, probably takes the heat off Paul Pogba. Let's scroll down to the bottom, let's see what happened. They won the FA Cup final, beating Man City 2-1. Paul Pogba, one of Liverpool's worst players on the day, but that's fine. A week later, they were in the Champions League final against Manchester City. Paul Pogba came off the bench late on, so late he didn't even get a rating, and it was Man City who won. But Liverpool have done a League and FA Cup double. Let's have a little look at the team. Paul Pogba in particular, where is he? Again, compared to the rest of the team, he's quite low down. Erling Haaland, the best player at the club, average rating of 8.04, 42 goals. Just ahead of Sadio Mane there, Firmino. Firmino hasn't played that much actually. Odegaard's had a great season. There's been another centre midfielder arriving, Florentino Luis. And Cristiano Ronaldo, he's going to retire, which is a bit of a shame. Paul Pogba, where is he? In all competitions, 46 appearances. So his numbers are going up, and his average rating 7.25. And interestingly, well, first, he's signed a new contract. He's there until 2027. But even more interesting than that, he is wearing the Liverpool number 8. The shirt that Steven Gerrard made legendary. Only one man in reality has worn it since Gerrard left. That's been Naby Keita. Hasn't done it justice. And now it's been given to a former Man United player. That can't have gone down well with the Liverpool faithful. But in his third season, his numbers in the Premier League are getting better and better. 8 goals, 30 appearances, 27 starts, more than he's made in total. You know what? In fairness to Paul Pogba, he's had a great season, in a season where he's won the Premier League and an FA Cup. He's winning plenty of medals at Liverpool, and he's even got himself a new contract until 2027. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the summer of 2027 and see if Paul Pogba is still a Liverpool player. Let's simulate 3 years into the future. Let's see what happens for Paul Pogba and his Liverpool career. Okay, here we are 3 years into the future, the 13th of June 2027, and things have gone oh so wrong for Paul Pogba. He's still at Liverpool, he's the number 14 now, he's lost the coveted number 8 shirt, and if you'll notice, he's in the Liverpool under-23 squad. His contract's set to expire in 17 days' time, and he wants to commit his future to the club. But I mean, based on the fact he hasn't played at all this season, that doesn't look likely. In the seasons we've simulated, he's featured a fair bit. Numbers are going down slightly. Average rating has still been above a 7, which is good. Has he won any more trophies? Let's have a little look. All they've won since we simulated further into the future is the Club World Championship. Another trophy for Pogba, but no more Premier League titles, no more Champions League wins. And it looks like things have just gone oh so wrong for Paul Pogba. In the Liverpool under-23s, I mean, that's not a good place to be, is it? Let's have a little look at this under-23 team. I mean, it's a bunch of kids. And Paul Pogba. It speaks volumes that he's not just been left in the Liverpool first team to just sit and not play. He's actually been put in the reserves. Big names at Liverpool still thriving. Odegaard, Haaland, Florentino Luis, Van Dijk, Trent. João Felix has arrived. Mohamed Salah's still there. But Paul Pogba has been left to rot in the reserves. He may want to sign a new contract, but I can't see that happening. In total, he's played 126 times, more than he played for Man United. 20 goals, which is pretty much par for the course throughout his career. But he has won a fair few trophies. 2 Premier League wins, a Champions League, an FA Cup and a Club World Cup. But where does Paul Pogba lie in the echelon of Liverpool legends? I'm going to assume he's not a legend. No, he's not there alongside Gerrard and Klopp. Icons, is he an icon? He's not. Again, not really a surprise. Odegaard's made it there though. Firmino's in there. You've got Jan Molby, John Barnes, Alan Hansen, Carragher. What about favoured personnel? A lot of the current names are in there. But sadly, Paul Pogba isn't. Paul Pogba, for all his performances, hasn't been able to shackle off the Man United past, and he is not recognised as a favoured. I mean, that's quite as if Van Dijk, Trent and Salah are still only favoured personnel. Even Robbo is still only favoured personnel. To be honest, it's no surprise that Paul Pogba hasn't made it. But will he be getting himself a new contract? I'm going to go a month into the future, see what happens to Paul Pogba. Is his Liverpool career over? I fear it is. Let's find out. Okay, here we are, the 1st of July 2027, and a 34-year-old Paul Pogba is a free agent. He has been released by Liverpool. He didn't get that new contract he craved, and he's hoping to attract the attention of a big club. He's still got a preference to play for Real Madrid, but at the minute, no one is interested in the French World Cup winner. That's quite a sad state of affairs for Paul Pogba. I mean, he's had a decent Liverpool career. Sure, the last year he didn't feature at all, but he's won a Champions League, 2 Premier Leagues, an FA Cup, a Club World Cup. He's had a successful Liverpool career. And he played, you know what, he played a fair bit of football, and he always seemed to deliver. A picture of consistency is Paul Pogba, which is not something you've often said about him during his career. At Liverpool, he's done damn well. He's won more at Liverpool than he's ever won at Man United, I'll tell you that for now. But would this signing be a good idea? Liverpool, I mean, he's a great player, but please don't sign Paul Pogba, for goodness sake. We will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo. And until next time, we will see you around.